We have some good news and we have some bad news. Bad news first. For scammers, a new year can mean a new opportunity to strike. The good news is there's some good things that you can do to stay ahead of them.
And Christopher Gerald is the president of North America Securities Administrators Association, and he's here to tell us about the top scams and how we can avoid them. All right, tell me about what are the top 3 investment schemes we should look out for in 2020?
Sure, Curtis. Each year NASA does an enforcement report and to identify emergent schemes, and this year we've identified schemes involving promissory notes, Ponzi schemes, as well as crypto-related schemes.
All right, what are the telltale signs of a too good to be true investment?
Sure, the signs of a too good to be true investment are often guaranteed returns with little or no risk, high investment yield, and oftentimes they're marketed and sold with purported limited availability, sense of urgency, and confidentiality. Oftentimes investors are asked to keep it confidential so other investors don't get in on and ruin it for everyone else.
I know a lot of us out there really want to know, how can we avoid putting ourselves at risk?
Well, sure. The best way to avoid these schemes is, or 2 ways to avoid them, is to investigate before you invest. And certainly you want to look into the person who is selling the product as well as the product itself. And you could do that by going to NASA, NASAA.org, and that will direct you to look up the individual as well as the security to make sure they're registered. And the bottom line is, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. And so our enforcement report is available on the website, which identifies these schemes and goes into more detail. And certainly that's a good place to start.
A question though, a lot of people talk about if somebody calls you a phone call or an email, people know about spam and things like that. Where are these scammers coming at people the most? Are they calling them directly and saying they're somebody they're not? Are they emailing them? Are they trying to get them to click on something?
Yeah, well, these scammers use every method that's available to them. So certainly unsolicited phone calls, unsolicited emails, other social media. Oftentimes it's unsolicited that they're reaching out to them and they're guaranteeing high returns. They're piquing their interest, and so they're attacking from any different way, including personal as well. So I mean, you really have to be, you have to have your guard up. You have to investigate before you invest. Too often people spend more time picking out a hotel room and looking at reviews than they do paying attention to their investments and who's selling it to them. And so you have to do your due diligence. Investors have to take the time to investigate before they invest.
Well, thank you so much. Can you remind our viewers where they can go for more information?
Yeah, NASAA.org is NASA's website, and we have that enforcement report available on there for anyone who wants to read it and read about the schemes that are happening and the trends that are both happened in 2019 and unfortunately are continuing into 2020.
Appreciate your time, all important information, and we're going to share this on our website a little bit later so that our viewers can check it out again. Just go to firstcoastliving.net.